the same people, DC, who were saying these guys shouldn't be fighting, were then complaining that there were too many rules restricting it from being a quote unquote real fight. It's like, which one is it, guys? Do you care about their health and safety, or do you not? Do you want to see 250-year-olds get bashed in the brains, or do you want to see them? And I thought the rules actually protected them. I think 2-minute rounds made it a better fight. And so, but this is the best part. Those same people who were complaining earlier that it was a sham that 250-year-olds were fighting were complaining last week that, it was a sham that they were allowing this to happen with 2-minute rounds and all this stuff. And the same people, DC, who have been calling Jake Paul a sham for fighting were then saying, you don't play boxing. Nate Robinson. So the same people who were saying Jake Paul is just some guy who has no business being in the ring were then saying, beware, Nate Robinson. What?
Can I say something?
You get the hypocrisy, right?
Yeah, I do. But can I say something?
Yeah.
Jake Paul can actually fight.
Thank you.
All these, Jake Paul can actually fight.
Thank you.
Jake Paul can fight, and all these dudes that are just randomly calling this dude out. Dude can fight, man. I was watching him because look, let me I don't know who Jake Paul is. I don't know if Jake Paul can walk right. He's a polarizing guy. There's a lot that he says and does. Jake Paul can walk right past me. I wouldn't even bat an eye. I don't know who it is. People are chasing him. I wouldn't know. But when I watched this kid fighting, did he fight somebody before already?
Yes. He's 1-0.
He won, right? So when I saw him fighting Nate Robinson, when in reality Nate knew nothing. Nate did not know what he was doing. But when Jake was hitting him and he started throwing the jab to the body, right? He started jabbing to the body. I was like, okay. This kid knows how to fight. Like, this kid knows how to fight, right? Because if you're just an internet guy, he's just headhunting. He's throwing quick. Floyd Mayweather threw jabs to the body like that. That's how Floyd would break down his opponent. It frustrates you, right? Jab to the body, jab to the sternum. And then when Nate Robinson, he hit him with some nasty check shots whenever Nate was rushing. That's what got Nate. He hit Nate with a nasty check hook and face planted him when Nate was charging him. But that's what you see. That's why all these guys that run around the world talking about how tough they are and they want to fight with the MMA guy or the boxing guy. Don't do that. It does not work, because when you're attacking an MMA fighter or a boxing guy, they see things.
But wait a second. Is Jake a boxing guy? Because all this time I was told he wasn't a boxing guy.
I think he's a boxing guy. I was watching. He's a boxing guy, bro.
I agree.
Hey, and the kid trained. Because after the fight, I go to his Instagram and I'm like trying to see what the guy's been doing. The dude's been training.
He has a legit coach, BJ Flores. Yeah. He takes it seriously. So does his brother. I got so much hate for posting Jake Paul face off. How dare you? You're supposed to be
can fight, man.
The guy, say what you will about his persona. I know nothing about. I learned about them through boxing. This is a sport, believe it or not, that a lot of people, I know we don't agree with the sentiment, but this is a sport that people were saying was dying, that it's only for old folks and stuff like that. Here you have a 23-year-old kid, essentially, who's bringing younger eyeballs to a sport. And by the way, is taking it seriously, is training, and everyone's getting so mad. I think out of jealousy. I think they don't like the fact that he walks around with the shades and the teeth and the hair and the chain and acts like he's a rapper and says a lot of stuff that to me is dumb and offensive. But hey, when you talk about boxing only in a box, as a boxer, he's taking it seriously. And then after, he gets people even more upset because in the same breath, this has never happened and will never happen again. In the same breath, he calls out Dillon Danis and Conor McGregor. No one ever has called out Dillon Danis and Conor McGregor.
At the same time?
I want to say something right now. Jake Paul in a boxing match?
Conor beats Jake Paul in a boxing match.
Easy. I mean, that's not even a question.
Conor beats Jake Paul in the boxing match, but Jake Paul beats Dillon Danis.
I was going to – you stole my line. Jake Paul beats Dillon Danis. Listen,
Jake Paul beats Dillon Danis in a boxing match.
Yes.
But Jake Paul doesn't beat Conor. Conor can box. Connor's the real deal.
Conor would whoop his ass.
I think
he beats Dillon Danis.
I think he beats Dillon, dude. Dillon does not need to fight Jake Paul because he'll get beat up.
Dillon Danis would do that fight tomorrow. He would do that fight. It's the biggest fight that he can get.
How's he gonna beat Jake Paul? The kid,
but he wants it.
And Jake Paul's big. He's kind of big.
189.
He way bigger than he looked way bigger than Nate.
Yeah, well, he's also a lot taller. Nate's, I think, 5'9". He's 6'1" or something. But here's the thing: you do the fight at 185. Look, if Jake Paul wants to progress as an actual boxer, at some point he's going to have to graduate. No, he's got to graduate from the YouTubers and the NBA players and all that stuff. And I love the NBA. NBA players can't fight. Like they can't throw punches. We all knew
the guys that are saying they want to fight him now. Yeah. Like, don't, guys,
please
calm down. Jake
Meta
Paul,
World Peace,
because you don't. Hey, guys, Meta World Peace, and then who's the other guy? There was another guy. Like, guys, you don't want to end up losing to Jake Paul. Like, I mean, I know one thing. You don't want to lose to Jake Paul.
The memes. I feel bad for Nate.
Nate is bad. It's bad for. It's bad. It's bad. There was a video I saw a meme, and it was Mike Tyson and Roy in the middle of the ring, and they had Nate just laying under the rope. They said, "Man, Nate's still in there." Like he was like Nate Robinson was still just laying there on the ground. It's like
I won't make fun of him, and I know you won't as well
bro.
because I give him a lot of credit for stepping in there. He didn't have to do that.
But why did he think? I mean, what did he do? What did he do for the life? You can't learn to box in 3 months. It takes too much time, and you could tell that that kid Jake Paul has been training longer than a few months. Now, him calling out Conor, his brother calling out Floyd Mayweather, because I went down a Paul rabbit hole the other day.
I know.
Insane. Like, well, I was like, yo, who is this dude? I was like, who is this Jake Paul? It's insane. Floyd Mayweather would destroy his brother. But
Jake Paul, Dillon, Danis, you in or you out?
I'm in. Jake Paul, Dillon, Danis, I'm in.
Okay, what about this one? Anderson Silva, Roy Jones.
I'm in. I'd like to see Anderson. I'd like to see
boxing?
Anderson box Roy Jones. Yes. Not MMA. I think I'm just kind of like, reality is like, I was watching all this stuff going on last couple of weeks with Anderson. It's sad, bro.
Everyone's turning him down.
It's so sad, bro. Like, people would have given up anything to touch Anderson Silva and have him compete. And now everyone's like, nah, I'm passing. It's sad. So to see Ryzen say, yeah, we'll take it. Dude, it made my heart kind of flutter a little bit. Like, I felt good. I was like, okay, the guy still wants to fight. You can't tell somebody when the fire's going. You really can't. But I'll prefer him in those types of situations, him and Roy.
It's too bad it's not like early October, because Roy versus Anderson in an exhibition boxing match New Year's Eve in Japan would actually, I don't know if there's enough time now, would actually be kind of fun, because newer fans might not know this, but Anderson was dying to fight Roy when he was the UFC middleweight champion, the pound for pound king, but the UFC never wanted to let him do it. Roy wanted to do it. So maybe we'll see that. By the way, and this is all well and good, I just want to say this. Israel Adesanya, this man has a future in commentating. He did such a phenomenal job. Now, the one thing I didn't like that they stop rolling your eyes. Don't be jealous.
I'm not jealous. It's just that you've been beating his drum since freaking Saturday morning.
I was blown away. I was blown away by Izzy. I mean, what can't he do? What can't
Stylebender do? Can I say this?
Yeah.
First off, the champ looked like $1 million. I mean, the champ looked like $1 million.
The bow tie.
The champ looked like $1 million out there.
Yes.
He did a fantastic job on the commentary.
Thank you.
He was very like.
I don't know why I'm thanking you.
Yeah, why are you thanking me? But he was thinking, so do you represent Izzy now? But like, thank you for complimenting him. Like, shut up. But listen, he carried himself great in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Snoop Dogg is great, but he's funny.
I didn't like that he was in the main event. I thought he took Izzy's shine in the main. He was good for the co-main.
He's joking, he's playing, he's messing around. Izzy handled himself well under those circumstances. But if Israel Adesanya can't call a boxing match, then he can't do commentary. He's a striker. He has to be able to do well under those circumstances. I do believe that he could do it in terms of full mixed martial arts too, or kickboxing. I think he does have a future. But this was it's like me going to call a wrestling match. You think I would shine in a wrestling match?
You trying to take credit away from?
No. I'm saying it's great. I'm saying he did great, but it's like you over here. You've been telling me for 3 days how great he did. I'm like, he has to.
He knew when to speak. He knew. By the way, he did way better than Sugar Ray Leonard. I mean, God bless Sugar Ray Leonard.
No. Listen, Sugar Ray's been doing it for years. There's no excuse for him to not.
Overrated. He's a little overrated.
Sugar Ray not to be able to. For Sugar Ray to not command the space a little bit better was very surprising. But I thought Izzy did great.
Morrow and Izzy was a match made in heaven. I want to see more of them.
Izzy was in a great situation to look like the star that he is, and he freaking took full advantage of it.